Hello Aries, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is a reading for you for the second week of July 2020. So that's the 5th to the 12th of July. Give or take a day or two because energies can spill over. So as I said, it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time. What's the situation? What's on the cards? But before we dive into the tarot, we need to consult the oracle. So let's see what mysterious words the wise oracle has for Aries for the second week of July 2020. What messages are there for Aries for the second week of July 2020? What messages are there for Aries for the second week of July 2020? There are three. I'll just choose two from there. Oh, you get the tide pool and the manta ray. Oh, well, the tide pool is about surviving the ebb and flow of the tide. You know, when the tide rushes out, times are bare. And then when the tide comes in, it's almost too much. And these creatures that live in the tide pools are adaptable on a daily basis, and they cope with both. So they survive the ebb and the flow of the tide. And you've got the manta ray, which is denoting grace and dexterity, really. And I also get a sense like being able to go deep into a situation, but also deal with it on the surface as well. But generally for the oracle deck, the manta ray is about dealing with things in a graceful way. Their dance in the water, their swimming is very beautiful. So let's see what the third card was. Oh yeah, the jellyfish, which is all about flexibility. Yeah, we'll keep him in there because he just enhances the manta ray's message about flexibility, gracefulness, dealing with the situation gracefully, flexibly, and surviving the ebb and flow of the tide. So let's see what the reading offers. What messages are in the cards for Aries for the second week of July 2020? What's on the cards for Aries for the second week of July 2020? What's on the cards for Aries for the second week of July 2020? That's enough for the top. Let's put them on the top. You get the Four of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. And they are underlined by the Knight of Coins, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, and the Moon. Uncertain times. And I think using your intuition. Let's see what's going deep, you know, using your intuitiveness digging down to what's below the surface of things. Okay, so it seems you're moving towards, you're making progress, you've made steps, you've made concerted steps towards something. And the progress is slow. There you go. But it's steady, and it's nothing you can hurry. And again, I think there you go. You know, you've got to go with it. You've got to go with the ebb and flow of the tide. Things are sort of slow. But the thing with the Knight of Coins is that progress is being made. It may be slow, but it's steady. However, the Four of Cups shows that you've in a state of mind right now where you feel discontented. Perhaps things are moving too slowly for you. The Four of Cups is about contemplation, but often in a sort of stuck and negative way where you feel discontented, maudling. Often we say that cessation point has been reached and you're now becoming bored with the situation. But the trouble is that if you're stuck in that sort of maudling mindset, you may not be open to seeing and grasping possibilities, offers that are coming your way. There is the cup, very much reaching to her, and she is just reflective. She's looking in the water, not open to it at all, and she could miss a good opportunity. Here could be the offer, the Knight of Cups. This is your challenge row. It seems that there's an offer of, for some of you, an offer of love. And I say that because beneath it is the Three of Cups, which is all about the social aspect of life, the comradeship, celebrating and dancing with friends, really. So out of a social situation comes an offer that is sincerely given, very emotive. There's a lot of emotion here in the Knight of Cups. Whether it's an offer that can go a long way is yet to be discovered, but there is certainly an offer coming your way that, if you were willing to accept it, could lift you up, lift your spirits out of the doldrums. And for some of you, it may well be an offer of love. You have the Nine of Wands here in your advice row, and the Page of Wands. So the Wands is about getting fired up, getting a sense of purpose, moving forward with drive, energy, with passion, doing things, that spark of life. That's what the Wands are all about. And you've got the Nine of Wands showing that, you may be feeling defeated and miserable after a long battle with something, a long struggle. But you are so close to the finishing line that it would be detrimental, it would be a terrible shame to give up at this point. And the Nine of Wands urges you to keep going, because wounded though you may be, you're merely at the goalpost. The Page of Wands is about taking an inspiring idea and moving forward with it. Having this this start, this thought, this possibility, this offer perhaps for some of you. Having it is one thing, but beginning to put it into motion is another. And that's what the Page of Wands is all about. Starting to take ideas and possibilities that are all around you and starting to physically move them forward. So there's a bit of a call to action, not in a major arcana way, but there is a bit of a call to keep going and to put your efforts into ideas, put your ideas into motion. And you've got the 8 of Cups as your outcome, which is about moving on, moving away, putting something behind you and moving towards better times, towards something that's better, towards an offer, a cup that is missing from your life at the moment. So perhaps in order to accept this offer, if you want to accept this offer, you may well have to be leaving something behind. There may be some sacrifice that you may decide is worth it. This is a figure who has purposely turned away from something in search of better fulfillment. So there may be a moving away from that little tide pool into the deeper depths of the ocean, and doing so with grace and agility towards a new idea, a new beginning of creativity. So it might be, or could be for some of you, a possibility of a new adventurous endeavour. Some of you it may be a work endeavour. Some of you it may even well be the spark of a new relationship. Accepting an offer, a social offer, but that moves you away from the small social group that you may have been in for a long time, on to more excitement, possibilities. And the Moon card could well be there to sort of remind us of our deeper underlining emotions that lie beneath the surface, that lie in the depths. What is it we really want? Is there a calling? Is there a longing coming up from the depths of your subconscious that is making you feel discontented with your lot? You need to decide whether you want to remain the tame dog or whether you want to be the wild wolf and follow your impulse. The choice is yours. But there certainly is a possibility that you may well be starting a new journey. That's right there. He also echoes the 8 of Cups. Starting a new journey with the trust, trust, a naive sense of it'll all work out, everything will line up, it's meant to be, and onwards to take this spark of an idea and rush with it with great enthusiasm. So moving on from a state of things going too slowly for your pace, even though progress may well be made, from moving on from the slow and maudling, ploddy sort of energy where you could well miss opportunities, to a burst of energy that could lead you onto a new path, a new fiery, exciting, adventurous week ahead of you. So there you go, Aries. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and if you did, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and God bless you till we meet again.